Alrighty, everybody, I got a free tip on a Wednesday here. This is a dipstick tube out of a Ford F-150 with the, what is this one? With the 4.6 liter. This one, I'll show you up here. This one snakes behind through the manifold here. Getting these out can be a pain. How I do them is I cut them pretty close. You don't want to cut it super close because this is where it goes into the oil pan here. You want to cut it up here so you got something to grab on. I get a pair of small vice grips and I clamp them on, and then I tighten it even more. And then what I do is I heat up the metal around here. It usually does something to this O-ring here, but on this one it did not. Makes it turn into nothing because the O-ring isn't what fighting you technically. It's the rust on top of the O-ring that's causing the why it won't come out. And maybe in Florida you don't need to do this, or anywhere that there's no salt. But once I've heated it up, then I can turn it. Once you can turn it, then it's just a game of working it. I usually work it a little bit, squirt some juice in there, work it a little bit, squirt some juice, work it, squirt some juice, maybe hit a little bit with air hammer, a long bit, a little bit, kind of wiggle it. Just keep doing that till it comes out. When you go to put it in, you'll realize that you cannot put it in. It's just the way that it's made, the angles of the dangle. We're replacing this one because this one just rotted off up here. It's supposed to be longer. But the way that this angles around everything in the multi-swoop, you're not going to be able to get it in. So what I do is I take a pipe cutter and I cut it off pretty flush, because you don't need this tip. Cut it probably right about there where I pretty much my cutter will cut on this skinnier tube, because it seals here, so we're not worried about it sealing. This keeps the dipstick tube straight. The dipstick straight in the tube, and as long as there's a little bit of tube here, then it shouldn't be an issue. It's not going to come in all cockeyed and give you a bad oil reading. You just need it to come out straight, which, as long as there's a little tube here, you should be fine. You probably get away with just a regular tube too if you wanted to cut it right here, but I cut it right here. And then you're going to need to bend out, like, get it into where it's supposed to be, where it's almost in, and then right here where this bolts up to, just give it a little and then you're going to need to use some sort of persuasion apparatus. I don't know. This is the one that I used. I used a clip tool because it's got this fork here, so I could get on the end of the tube like that and hammer it. Well, it was here because they cut it off. Hammer it a little bit till it falls into the hole. I put a little bit of RTV around it, just a little bit, and you're gonna go crazy. I know the O-ring's supposed to seal it, but if the O-ring gets ruined at all putting it in, even though I cleaned the hole really good of all the rust, I'd just rather put the RTV there, because if this gets pulled up and it's all screwed up, it's going to leak. So RTV is a safe bet. You can do it one time, you don't got to worry about it. And then once you're in the hole, like I am, now I've just got to bend this back enough and put its little 8mm bolt back in, and you should be a-okay. This job calls for removing the exhaust manifold. If I touch this exhaust manifold, it's going to need all the studs, especially since there's already 2 broken in the back. And we're not going to touch that, because it could turn into a can of worms that the customer does not want to pay for. So this is how you do it without removing the exhaust manifold, and it'll probably take you about an hour at the most, unless you suck. So leave a like, comment, subscribe. Thanks for watching. I got a merch store. My son's also got a merch store. It's for his college fund, so I'll leave both of those in the description. So please follow along, and you know, got a bunch of cool designs on those websites, so check them out. T-shirts, stickers. I think the cheapest thing on each one is probably like $2, so show your support, and thanks for watching.